Hey you guys, okay, so today we have a lot of topics to cover. Okay, we're gonna talk about some hair stuff. It shouldn't be a huge surprise if you watched my last video. We'll discuss some products that I've used up, final reviews, things that are good, things that are bad, and some makeup that I've tried lately that have been sort of... First thing that you're noticing that we're gonna cover, I got my extensions taken out. Like I said, if you've seen the last video all about my extensions, you probably aren't that surprised. You might be. I didn't plan to like take them out right away. I had already filmed that video, and you know, when I posted it, I kind of knew. But yeah, we went to the lake over the weekend, and I was kind of in a zone of like, you know, do I want to wait all the way till the end of the month? I was gonna just like go back on my appointment when I was gonna have them bumped up, and then kind of figure out, you know, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna keep them? Am I gonna... And I thought, like, I'm the type, like, if I want to do something, I'm just gonna do it. That whole experience of having them removed was honestly pretty crazy. Like, I did not expect it to be that easy. I mean, she had told me that, you know, she just kind of dissolves it out or whatever. For each little thing, she just sprayed the thing and it just kind of came right out. You know, a little shorter. Washed my hair, was on my way. My whole thing was I had never had them before. I really just wanted to be like honest and kind of share with you guys. And oh, it's a big thing now to have like big, like extension-y hair. I've never had that. Even when my hair was long, I mean, it's pretty when it's long. Just imagine like this, but longer. Pretty, but I just don't have like that. It was fun, and I think it got it kind of out of my system. I felt what it was like, but I realized that that's not always better. It's beautiful, and you know, if I was someone that just embraced that and loved that and was just like, yep, this is what I know, people that just have them very long term, that's great and it's beautiful, nothing wrong with it. I think you should have fun with your look and you should do exactly what you want to do. But it was almost like what fake nails are to me. I know they look better than my natural nails, but you get to the point where you're just like, I need to get this shit off, and you're just like, you know, and you have with that night where you're just like, bye, you know, and you're taking them off. That's kind of what it was like with the hair. I loved it. Could I see myself doing it again? Maybe. I mean, it was a great experience, but I just, feeling my natural hair, even though it felt so dinky, like I told you, when she took them out, I was like, oh, okay. You know, like as the first day, it was a shock because you're so used to having that giant, like feeling hair, that when it's removed, your real hair in comparison is like, holy crap, you know? Like, what is this? Then it's just such a good feeling, and I feel lighter, I feel better, and I just feel more like myself. So I don't know. I would definitely still recommend them, especially the tape-in ones. I would just definitely, I think, like I said, I had the best experience I could have possibly had, but I just don't know if it's something that's that important to me to have all the time, or to go, you know, through like what you have to do to have them, and the expense, you know. And when I very first got them, I was like, yes, like you're so, you know, you have like all this hair, and I was like, girl, I'll just like pay the money, like I will, like I'm gonna just be into this like for the long haul, you know, like I'm just gonna keep doing it, like why wouldn't I? But then you kind of get used to it and you're like, I don't really care, you know, I don't know, or you just feel like you just kind of want your regular hair back. And so it feels so soft, and I could feel my scalp, and it's just great, especially like there in the back where it was kind of tough. You know, and for me, I think a lot of what it is it's like a very Instagram, like perfection, like we've got to have huge hair, we've got to do this. Like, I'm fine with my hair being like thinner. When I got the big hair, I was like, yes, this is something I've never experienced. Like, why wouldn't everybody do this? I'm never gonna be without them. Then you kind of realize, like as the month goes on, like, nah, my normal hair like ain't so bad, and you know, maybe I kind of miss it. So I don't think it's something that we should feel like is always the grass is greener on the other side, like, oh, you have to have, you know, a certain kind of hair or this or that. It just wasn't something, I think, as I lived with them for a while, was really like making me feel, it didn't make me feel more confident. It didn't make me feel like, oh, my hair's so much better now. I liked them. Do you see what I'm saying? What's funny is, for years, y'all know, I'm the type, like, I'll have really long hair, I'll have really short hair. It's getting cloudy in here, so we're gonna have funky light, like whatever. So I just kind of go back and forth, and I like that. And I was in the zone of growing out my hair, hence, like, you know, it's at this weird, awkward medium length. And you know, it's a little shorter now. you know, like when you blend in the extensions, I think like a little of it got like a little layered, but there was no tearing, there was no like frayed. I mean, it looks really good, healthy. Like I said, they just kind of slipped right out. So that's what I was the most concerned with. That's what I'm very pleasantly surprised and happy about. But I was on the track of growing out my hair, right? To get it really long again. Because that's, like I said, that's what I do. I get it really long, I cut it. I get it really long, I cut it. That's just what I do. That's what I like to do. I think you should do exactly what you want to do with your hair. But when I got the extensions, I think it got that out of my system, and I had the long hair, and now that it's like, you know, now I don't want to say short, but it's like medium, like now that it's like lighter feeling, I'm kind of like, oh, I could totally like go for some shorter, like really blonde hair right now. Because normally when I have short hair, it's really, like it's darker for some reason. I don't know. I think I said that the last time. Did I have short blonde hair not that long ago? I don't know. I could do some really short, really blonde hair. I don't know, it would just feel good. But it feels great, and I might just leave it like this and just like let it keep going and then cut it if I want to. But that was that. That was my experience. I would definitely still recommend them. Stand 100% by every single thing that I said in that video. Like I said, some of y'all won't be surprised at all that I took them out, because I said I was probably going to, but then I didn't know. I just didn't know, and I did. Something else too before we get into some regrets. This kind of has to do a little bit with it, but not really. The eyeshadow is, but not in a bad, okay, whatever, we'll talk. So today I'm wearing the new Too Faced Do You. This is the Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation, and this is from their new like Tutti Frutti collection. Do you guys want me to do, I could do a review on this. It's a huge collection. It's a lot of like glittery stuff, a lot of, you know, crazier things, a lot of things I may not wear, but a lot of things that are beautiful. But I'm liking this, and I don't really want to throw that into this, so it's very interesting, and it's like a dewy full coverage foundation that doesn't feel sticky. So we might talk about that soon. But I've been trying all the different things, and we'll talk about all of it. So maybe I do need to do a video, because I'm kind of, I mean, I kind of do want to. But the eyeshadows, I love Too Faced eyeshadow. I don't know why I got like really like, there. Love Too Faced eyeshadows. But my thing, and these smell really good, like the pineapple one smells like pineapple. The raspberry smells like raspberry. The snozzberry tastes like snozzberry. Don't lick it, don't taste it. What I love Too Faced eyeshadows, I always say that, but I wish, because I don't like a lot of little palettes, I would have loved it if they did just one Tutti Frutti palette and made it smell different, made it just mix it all up. I think that would have been nice, because when I use these, I like to use this dark brown from this one, but then I like to use this like cranberry color, this like raspberry color, and then look how beautiful. So highlight colors and the crease colors are insanely perfect. That's what I'm wearing today. So I just wish they would have done that. That's not really a regret. That's more of something I guess I could have added to the review, but that's what I'm wearing today if you guys are curious. So let's get into this, and I have some of my regrets and all kinds of stuff in here. I was gonna talk about this really quickly. I don't have any deodorants in here, because I have been, usually like if I just use one type of deodorant, I will like smoke through them, and I will have like a ton of them in my empties. But for a while, I was switching between, I was using my Kopari, like I said, probably a couple months ago. I would use the Kopari like during the week, like if I was going somewhere, I was gonna be like outside sweating a lot, or if I thought, like I would use my antiperspirant, because it was just hard to like break that, you know? So I was kind of going back and forth. So I didn't really go through one entirely. Y'all know my love for this, and I started using it just all the time. I went to the boat, like I said, this is all that I used, and I smelled amazing, if I do say so myself, no. But let me tell you, and a lot of you guys with the Kopari deodorant, because I've talked about it a lot recently, if you have not taken advantage of the 25% off, use my code below, TiffanyD25. I will link to it. Save 25% on the deodorant, because you guys really need to try this. It's non-toxic, it's good for you, something that you put on your body every single day. It actually will make a difference, and it's something that I just absolutely love. And the smell, oh my gosh, y'all. It's like almost like a perfume. Like I just love the way it smells. Stick with it. You cannot switch around. Like you really need to shower daily, okay? And that's something that we do anyways. I don't wash my hair every single day. I always put my hair in a shower cap and shower every single night. It's just a good idea. Wash your armpits as long as you're doing that every single day. You apply this in the morning, you are good. You're straight, you're good to go. You can apply it at night too. There's nothing to it. It's good for you, so why not? The best natural deodorant I've tried for all of the reasons that I mentioned 2 videos back when I talked about it. It's very good, smooth, slippery, not white and chalky and goopy, which I found in a lot of other ones that might work, but they're just like, leaves like armpit bugs. Like I don't want to say that, so gross. You know what I'm talking about, like just little balled up thingies? No, this will never, ever, ever leave the balled up thingies. Your body has to kind of like detoxify itself Give it a week. Just please give it a week. Like, and it'll just be life-changing, okay? So check out my code. Okay, all right, y'all. My By Terry concealer, this stuff is amazing. I used every little like drop of it that I could. I was like scraping the sides of it. I used the Fresh Fair, amazing. It's like a treatment for your under eyes. It's a little pricey, but look at it as sort of like a serum, a depuffer, an anti-wrinkle treatment, anti-dark circles treatment, the most beautiful, luminous, smooth concealer that doesn't crease you'll ever try. Look at it as all those things. It's around 60 bucks. I know it's expensive. It is worth every single penny. And I have already repurchased it. I tried to use other things. I could not live without it. I'm just gonna throw this stuff in the sink. Hopefully there's nothing small enough to like go down the drain. Y'all, these have, okay. Little eye patches, like those little treatment patches I always looked at like kind of as just a little fun extra. These actually do it, okay? This is the Falgo Hyaluronic Mask Patch. No, Hyaluronic Eye Patch Masks. It fills and it's anti-fatigue, let me just tell you. So the 8 comes in a pack. I blew through these things, okay? Let me tell you, like before I do videos, I did one today, like before I get ready in the morning and I know like I just want my eye area to look nice, which is basically all the time. So I have to stop myself from using these, they're that good. And normally when I buy those eye patches, I'm like, oh, they're nice to use, but I definitely don't like blow through them all the time because I just use them maybe like when I'm just doing something a little special or, you know, I have to kind of like not make myself use them, but just kind of like remind myself to use them. These, I had to really like almost conserve, and I have repurchased these as well. Try those, so good. This is something that I've had for a while now. I really like the Monat dry shampoo. I used that Elizabeth and James Nirvana dry shampoo for a long time. This I had and I thought, let me just try to like use the rest of it. It's the Oribe Gold Lush Dry Shampoo. I love some Oribe products. Like I think they've got great hair products. This is garbage. Okay, don't even waste your time. The dry shampoo is garbage. The one that's the dry texturizing spray I always really liked, and I really liked that. I think it's kind of hard to find a product like that. I know like Monat has the dry shampoo, but they don't really have anything like that that's just not really a dry shampoo, but just something that adds like some airy texture. It's really like air in a can that adds like some real good texture. I could have used that today. I need to get some of that. This garbage, don't buy that. Body wash, my Aveeno Skin Relief. I really like this. I also just like to use Dove bars, and I will show you guys what I did. This was so cute. If you're like me and you buy like Dove, just regular white bars in bulk, I always just have them like really under Brad's side of the sink, like with, I just keep them in the little thing. Put them in like a big apothecary jar. Beautiful white soap. It's just so pretty to display. Isn't that pretty? So that's a good idea. But yeah, so I don't like blow through body wash a whole lot because normally I just use my Dove bar soap. I swear by that. I even used to wash my face with that. Like I would still do that if I were in a pinch or not. I mean, I really like it. But this is very good, the Aveeno Skin Relief. Though, I really want, since y'all know, I've been all into Kopari for a very long time. I used this on Olivia when she was a baby, and still now, this is what I use on her skin. But it was really important when she was a baby because it was one thing that wasn't irritating to her skin because she was very, very sensitive, and still is. But you know, it's kind of cool that you could use this on a baby, like a baby, you know, because you can't do that with a lot of products. It's just natural coconut oil. It's the coconut melt. If you're gonna go and grab that deodorant, throw you one of these in there too. It's literally just, it smells like raw coconut. Oh my gosh, so good. It's just 100% coconut oil, and it comes out in like a little clump. It makes really good massage oil. It makes really good moisturizer. You can put it in your hair. You can put it in your face, on your face, in your face. You could put it in your face too. So grab you one of those. But yeah, I just really haven't even been using a lot of like the body oils that I used to use, the moisturizers. I just use this. This is really good nail polish remover. The Formula X Delete All. And I really like the Sephora glitter remover too, because it has that nubby little like hard sponge inside of it, which I really like, although I don't paint my nails too often. Anytime I've been doing my nails, I've been using those glue-on nails. Those are so freaking good, you guys, life-changing, that I showed in that video not too long ago. But this is really nice. I really enjoyed this. And I recently just repurchased one at Target that was just like the Up and Up brand, and it didn't have a sponge in it. Like, it's just this plastic thing in it, and I don't love that, but I'm gonna, you know what I could do? Stop. I'm gonna pour the nail polish remover into this. Would that be gross? Who even cares? I'm gonna do it. The Peter Thomas Roth Max Complexion Correction Pads. This is like the Big Mama 90 count. If you actually like go through these like I do, use these every single night. You can cut them in half, yeah, sure. Well, the 90 count is gonna last you even longer, and if you compare the price between the 60 and the 90, you get a little bit of a savings with the 90 count. It's just nice because you don't have to buy it as often, and I recently repurchased another 90 count that I'm using as well. My makeup remover, the Bosch Makeup Breakup Cleansing Oil. I swear by this, love it so much. And I already have another one. Wow, this must be a really old one because my new one is, has that been in there a really long time? How long has this been? The Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Wash. I love this. I love this one because it's cheap. You can get it at the drugstore. I just always grab it when I go to Target. I love this, I swear by it. I have another one in my shower right now. Can you see my shower? I have it like sitting on that little ledge in my shower. So good, you guys. I use that every morning, and then at night I use this. Not a surprise, this is always in my empties. I think that's interesting though, because you see like, hey, this girl really uses what she talks about, right? Lancer Method Polish for oily or congested skin. It used to be called Blemish Pro, now it's called Oily Congested Skin. I have a brand new one because I like just ran out of that, so I just started that. Kate Somerville Intabac. It's a benzoyl peroxide clearing lotion, and I feel like it does wonders for my skin. Wow, I have 2 of these. How long has it been since I did one of these videos? Has it been a long time? Let me talk about, okay, we have to talk. Now this is a product that threw me for a loop. If you are a child of the 90s, sorry, I'm like having to yell over on my rattling, or the 80s, you'll remember these pens, okay? And I had one that was like this big, that had like every color of the rainbow, huge pen, right? And listen, Benefit, this light is like very aggressive. Let me move that back a little. Benefit's always doing some fun little stuff. They wanna do different stuff, I get it. This is the Brow Contour Pro. You buy it in different colors, so like, this is the black brown light. So it's literally got like dark shades, but then it's got a really light shade. This is the brown black deep, okay, like little darker shades. The brown light, you see what I'm saying? Like every one of them has its own lighter shade, but it's just got your own range of like colors that you would need. Which one was I using? I think I was using the brown medium. Okay, now this would be great. No, it wouldn't be great if you were a pro because you can't sharpen it. You know what I'm saying? You click the pen and then the little pen comes out, like your little brow marker, and it's nice, like it really works. But you have to really like kind of roll it up, and I don't know, something about this to me is just a little much. What do you guys think of this? I love Benefit brow products. That's what I use right now. I swear by this, the Goof Proof Pencil in number 2. Got that? But this is just a lot to me. I don't know, I think it's cute. What do you guys think about this? I don't know. It was one of those things that I used and I was just kind of like, this is weird. But then I had this. This is what I was talking about. The Sephora, sorry, I like got really excited. Look at this. The Sephora Instant Nail Polish Remover for Glitter. It has this big chunker in the middle. I don't want to pull that out. It's probably really gross. But so it's got like the soft foam, but then it's got this really hard, really nubby, abrasive one in the middle that you can scrub. You know, we've all been there, like with the nail polish, the glitter that will not come off. This is very good nail polish remover. I have this, my Chanel Bronze Universal. I've since opened a new one. When it gets to this bottom part, I've had a couple of these, it starts smelling like an old crayon, and it has a very beautiful scent naturally. I think when the scent kind of starts changing, that's when you kind of know. And also, it just doesn't work as well when you get to that bottom part, and it just is all gross and hairy. Like it gets your brush hair in it. So I don't know. It's totally worth it though. It lasts a very, very long time. So I don't mind giving up a little bit of that at the bottom because I think it just gets old. I mean, you can't keep stuff. 18 months is what it says, and I preach this. Like I've said this so many times, you guys, we have to pay attention to these things. There's a little jar at the bottom of most cosmetic products and it tells you how long to keep it. Now, granted, you are gonna look at that and you're gonna think, holy crap, all my stuff is old. Well, use your best judgment. I'm not saying throw everything out, but if something looks different, which this one kind of does look different, changes a little in the color and in the finish, it looks strange, smells different, don't mess with that, especially something you put on your face, you know. I clean my beauty blender every single day, every single time that I use it. And you might think, holy crap, well, I do my makeup right by my sink. You have to wet your beauty blender anyways. Leave your cleanser, this is my beauty blender, solid, right next to it. Swipe it first, and then you just, you know, clean it. But I have an empty one of those. Oh, it's this thing. I was like, is there something in there? yeah, the new ones come with this. I think it's totally unnecessary. I've never used this once. It's like a little silicone thing. Used to, they just had that little like slatted, like plasticky stand in the bottom to keep it from getting goopy on the bottom. I actually think that worked better. I just never used that. I guess you could use it for your brushes, but with brushes, I just swirl the brushes in it and do it, but I always use my Sigma brush one now. So I just use this for beauty blenders only. The Sigma brush solid, so good. The Clinique Moisture Surge Extended Thirst Relief, which is now the 72 hour, which I really like. So much better. Sometimes things change and I'm like, why? Why? When it's like your everyday moisturizer that you love, holy grail, and you're like, why are you changing this on me? And you think this is never gonna be the same. The 72 hour one, you guys, if you haven't tried that, it's even better. And I think it just works a lot better. So bye. And that was the last one from the anniversary sale last year. You remember when, you know, you get two of these every year? Well, now the big mama sizes like this are the 72 hour version, which I'm using. And okay, so I have this scrub. It's the cashmere scrub, and you guys know I used to use, well, I still have one, but most of the time I just use this, you know, the oil, Kim's oil, and I will say I really like that product. It smells really good. I've talked about it before. Usually when you buy stuff, they always throw in like one of these body polishes, which I really do like. I like the scent of, but I will never, I don't want to say this because I try so many different things, but you guys, if I was gonna just say, look, if this was completely gone and I was like, I've got to buy a new scrub, usually I'll just buy something new because I'm like, I like to try new things. No, I would 100%, I would repurchase this again and again and never want anything else. It has the same scent as the coconut oil deodorant. Ooh, little like maybe more sugary, but it's the coconut crush scrub, you guys. Oh my gosh, like I want to eat this. It is the most perfect scrub. It leaves the most beautiful, like little bit of like a beautiful oil, like when you rinse your skin off, it's like moisturizing. I don't even feel like I need to put on the oil or the coconut melt when I get out. Like it's just so good. So check that out too. That is a hardcore favorite of mine. So, and that's what I do. Like if I talk about something, I'll always say like what I've purchased instead. So that's definitely it. Oh, the Clinique Moisture Surge 72 hour. This was the first little one that I tried. That's why it took me so long to get through the old big one, because I was using this one too. And like I said, that's pretty much what I use now. Oh, I have two of those. That's why it really took me a long time. This is a big regret, although it is my favorite top three, I would say. It's hard because I've got a lot of favorite lip products. The Dior Lip Maximizer, I've used this for years. I've always bought the pink one, but when this one came out, this color called like Pool Blue, is that what it's called? I don't know. I bought it and I was like, yeah, let me just, you know, whatever, let's change it up. It's clear. You don't realize though, the pink one does give you a really nice look. Like you can tell that it's pretty and it's pink, and they've got it like a peach colored one too. I would just always say go for the pink one. This is the 001 shade. So good. I put it on every day, like right as I'm doing right when I finish my foundation, I put it on. And by the time I put my lip products on, your lips have this like perfect, like plump look to them. It's really, really nice. It kind of fills in like the lines of your lips. It is the most perfect lip plumper, smoother, beautiful product. I regret buying the blue one because toward like, when I got maybe a quarter of the way in, I was like, oh, I missed the pink one, but I just kept using it. So when I repurchased it, I got the pink one, so. The Clinique Acne Solutions, I use shade Fresh Alabaster. This would be like my go-to foundation, like my holy grail. If I was just gonna pick one, it would be this. I really do like that Do You. I like so many. I have so many. The Beauty Blender one, the Laura Mercier one, holy goodness. The Giorgio Armani, I have so many foundations that I like, but this is the one that I just grab for, like if I'm just not even, you know, it's just my everyday, like, I just love it. So anyways, out of that. Okay, let's talk about this. I believe, well, I have a dried up Chanel volume, which I ended up purchasing another one of. Let's talk about this. The Kush, Milk Kush. Yeah, I loved this stuff when I first tried it. I used it for maybe like a week, a couple weeks, whatever. I did a video on it. Like, I did my first video saying like, you know, you guys, this is good. I don't even remember, but I remember I kind of like eased into it. I always like to try things a little bit before I talk about them. So I know I had used it, you know, at least probably like 5 or 6 times on myself before I like really talked about that I liked it. Then it kind of became my daily go-to because I talked about how much I loved it. This was really, really, really hyped up. And it got to where literally like at the month mark, I don't know if you can see how goop-tastic it is. Let's do that again, that was weird. How goopy it is. Clumpy goopy, like you put it on and it's just clumpy goopy. See, it's like coming out of the thing, disgusting. And what's weird is when I first used it, it was smooth, it was buildable, it was like very voluminous. Well then, as I used it like right at the month, maybe like 3 weeks in, I started noticing like fibery things, and it has fibers in it that were not super apparent before, but holy moly, like they came out with like some major force. And honestly, I'll say it wasn't in like a great buildable way. If you loved this and you really loved it hard, like when it first came out and you were like, yes, do you still use it? Like, are you still loving it? Do you still see people talk about this a lot? Because I want to try more Milk stuff. I follow them on Instagram, and I always, or is it the founder? I think it might just be the Milk account, but I always see her like just doing her makeup real quick with these little sticks, and I'm like, oh, they look so good, and I want to try more Milk stuff, but this was just not a hit for me. The Hourglass Arch Fiber Gel. I use the shade Warm Brunette. This is the best brow gel you'll ever use. And like, not like clear, of course you could do like a clear brow gel, and I believe this even comes in clear, right? It's like a beautiful, like the brush is perfect. There's like a hard spoolie side and then a real fluffy side, which is what I use most of the time. Some days this is all that I use. It's just enough to like smooth it out, you know what I mean? Or if you use a pencil like I do a lot of the time, I will use this after just to kind of tame them, and it just smooths the color and really softens it. It never makes them look like slicky brows. My Clinique Even Better Moisturizer. This is my just go-to every morning moisturizer. It's skin tone correcting moisturizer, broad spectrum SPF 20 now. I love this because it's an oil-free moisturizer, first of all. It feels amazing. It smells like straight up sunblock, so if that is gonna like turn you off, maybe don't try it, but I usually don't love that, and I love it. Your makeup applies so beautifully over it. That really, really helps with hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. So that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that was helpful, and maybe you saw some good things, and you saw, maybe it was a little interesting to see things that didn't work too. And I hope that if you guys were curious about hair extensions, you enjoyed this process maybe as much as I did. I always want to like, especially like something like that, like a beauty thing, that's something I had always been so curious about. I just wanted to kind of truthfully kind of take you along, and you know, it's just interesting how things kind of changed. I loved them the whole time, nothing like bad or anything, but I think it just mentally, I realized like as the month went on that I was like, I don't really need it. Not that, oh, my hair's so great and full without it. I have very fine hair naturally, but it's okay to have your natural hair. You know, I realized like it's not a given that everyone needs to have that. You can have beautiful, like finer hair and take care of it and be healthy, you know, and have it be healthy and have it be comfortable. And yes, it does feel very different. I'm still like adjusting back to this. It's in a good way, like I feel lighter, it's good, but it's very fun to style that real thick hair because you can just get it. You know, it's hard to make it look bad. You know, like I said, we don't need that like perfection all the time. It's great, I think, to have that option if you want to. Who cares? If you've got great hair and you want to do it, do it. It's great that if you have thinner hair and you don't love your natural hair, you can do things like that. I think that's amazing. I think it's great that you can do things like that. Like I said, if you've got great hair and you just want to do it. But for me, it wasn't like, oh, I love extensions. This is just so me. It's like, I'm comfortable with my natural hair. I don't, you know, I'd rather just be comfortable and just be me. Like, I don't feel like I need them. I was really into them when I first got them and was like, whoa, like take all my money, like I will never be without these, because it's so like crazy to see and to feel and to have all this hair. But then as you live with them for a while, I think you start realizing like the grass isn't always greener, you know what I mean? So I thought that was interesting. I hope that you guys do too, and that was helpful. And if you were considering getting them, if you have gotten them, I hope that you love them as much as I did, because I really did love them, and I would definitely, like I said, I would recommend them. The type that I got, you know, make sure, like I said, every single thing in that video, 100% I stand behind. I might get them again at some point. But I just wanted to be honest and just kind of share, you know, what I decided to do. So anyways, you guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you had fun with me today. It was fun hanging out, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, you guys.